We have been discussing how to cross the threshold to enter the world of cinema, to enter the magical world of cinema. I explained few steps to do that. In case you do all those steps, you may just enter. But having entered, to travel a long way to end up as a filmmaker, there are a lot more things to do that we'll be discussing later. Okay, before that I would like to talk about something more. That is why we are all interested in cinema, that we little bit discussed in the beginning. Since we are interested in filmmaking, in the art of cinema, or in movies, which is a great youngest art, before that we should know why we need all these art in our lives. Is there any need? Of course, there is a great need, but do you know what is that need? You go for a work, you earn your money. Why? You ask that, I need money, then only, if I go for work only I'll get money. If I get money only I can help my family survive. Without money I cannot pay my bills, I cannot survive. We live in such a system, you need money to survive. So you're very clear about it. Are you so clear about why do you want to become a filmmaker? Don't say that you want to earn money, great money through making films. That's not going to happen that easily. No one wants to become a filmmaker in order to earn money like a work. You approach cinema as a job, not as a job. You approach cinema as your passion. Of course, there are later, if you are interested in cinema, then when you are forced to earn some money, when you are forced to survive, you may join someone as an assistant, some technician, low-grade technician, so that then it becomes a job. But I am talking to you guys, you young guys, who are all burning to become a filmmaker. You know, I said in the beginning, you have given up your engineering, you have given up your IT job, you have given up very lucrative job because you got bored with those things. You wanted to do something different in life. That's why you have chosen filmmaking. I am addressing to those. I am asking you, what is the role of art in life? Do you know that? Why do we need art in the first place? Will our society die, disappear if there is no art? Maybe. We have to answer that question. Why do we need art in our lives? To put it short, what is the role of art in life? Does anyone know the answer? The role of art. Before finding the answer to that question, all I want to ask you is, raise another question. You know one thing, all of us, since time immemorial, we have been asking one particular question, maybe from Adam and Eve. That question is, what is the meaning of life? Don't you ask that question every day? If not in those exact words, in some other words you ask that question. Because that question is that deep within you, that's why you get fed up with what you are doing at times. Why did you give up your engineering? Why did you give up your IT? Because you did not find the meaning of your life in those jobs, in those professions. Without asking that question, you just moved out of that. So, to do something that interests you. So, what is the meaning of life is a question man have been asking for centuries. Because maybe Adam and Eve also would have asked that question. Maybe that's why they they produced children. Or, our whole humanity began with, biblically, with Adam and Eve. Even Adam and Eve would have asked this, what is the meaning of their lives? Was that just to reproduce? No. Now, having lived for millions of years, the man has been asking the same question. You young guys ask the same question. That's why you quit your IT, engineering, lucrative job and joined here. Joined a film school or do nothing, looking for an opportunity to make your film. I've been seeing such youngsters every day in my life. So then, in essence, man wants always, everyone wants to do something. In essence, everyone wants to do something that gives them happiness, or in other words, that gives them meaning. That is the reason why they all do that. Okay, this question man has been asking, but all great scholars, philosophers, they were asking the same question. Aristotle, to start with, he asked the same question, what is the meaning of life? Then he also gave a beautiful answer for that. But I do not know whether the man has found the answer to that or not. What is the meaning of life? Maybe our life itself is to find the meaning of our life. Maybe human beings would keep living another quite a few millions of years asking the same questions. Maybe that is the purpose of life. Okay, I don't want to go too philosophical into that, but still, Aristotle beautifully answers this question. But to find the answer to this question, the man has been very desperate. He wants to find new tools to find the answer to these questions. The first tool he discovered to find the answer to this question, what is the meaning of life? The very first thing he discovered, the tool that he discovered was philosophy. He thought with the help of philosophy, he can find the answer to the question, what is the meaning of life? You all know, no? Even today we use philosophy at times to find an answer to the same question, what is the meaning of life? But that answer doesn't stay too long. It evaporates. But it's a powerful tool. Okay, this is all we are destined for. Very casually we would say, in a way that's a philosophy. Indian philosophy, we talk so much about the karma. You all know that. The Indian philosophy basically says we should be interested only in what we are doing. We should not be interested in the fruits of what we have been doing. Concentrate on your labor, but do not think about the fruits of labor. Like that, we have been talking karma, this, that in Indian philosophy. That way philosophy sometimes gives us some kind of a solace. But it's not given the ultimate answer to the question, the meaning of life. Even then man thought, okay, philosophy is not good enough to find the answer to this question. He decided to find another tool to find the answer to this question. The second tool he discovered was science. Science, of course we all know that, now everything is science. Now once we thought the moon was on the head of Lord Shiva, now we know it's a small subplanet that's circling around Earth. Now man has landed. Now man wants to go to other planets. But that is all science. But does this science give answer to this basic question, meaning of life? A great writer once wrote, our human lives in this planet or in this universe, very, very insignificant. More you learn about science, more you learn that how insignificant you are. Recently the scientist Stephen Hawking passed away. That man, with all his physical disabilities, the illness, his mind was so active. All he wanted to find was, how this universe began, how this universe is working out, how this universe is going to end. It's very interesting when you read all those things. Not only him, many other scientists talk. Science is very, very interesting. But again, There is no answer for science. Suddenly I find a young student who is not interested in what he wants to do. Suddenly I find a student who is not talking to anyone in the class. He is alone, he is quiet. I do not understand what's going on in his mind. I do not have an answer. Science is not helping me to find an answer. Why, when everyone is happy, one student is so unhappy in the class? I tried use science to find the answer. Science is not helping me. Okay. Science is also not good enough to find the answer to the question, what is the meaning of life? Okay, now we want another tool to find the answer. The third tool the man discovered was, you know what is that? Religion. You may be laughing, what the hell are you talking about? Religion, because you know how religion is today. Religion is, in the hands of really wrong people. Whatever the religion is, I don't have to talk about Hindutva, Muslim. Muslims are synonym with terrorists today. It's all nonsense. Of course, there are very fine, true Muslims are there. There are very fine, true Hindus are there. There are very fine Buddhists are there. Fine Sikhs are there. Ultimately, when you look at the origin of religion, it was all for good. When religion began, it was all for good. Even you might remember your grandmother, whenever she was upset, some family issues, they seek solace, they seek the meaning of life by visiting a temple nearby. They go to a temple, spend an evening. There, when they go to the temple, someone would be giving a discourse on the epics, Shiva Purana, Bhagavad Gita, all those things, gave some kind of a solace to those old people. They found temporarily the meaning of their lives. Of course, religion played a very, very interesting role at one point. Even now it is playing. But today the context is different. People use religion for their own personal ends, for political ends. Many nonsense are going on. Religion has been commercialized. People use religion to make money. It's all nonsense. So now what happens? The third tool is gone. It's not going to help me at all to find the meaning of life. We have been talking about great temples. Finally, man wanted to find ultimate tool, beyond which he didn't want to go. He's tired of finding tool after tool to find the answer to this question. You know what is that final tool? Art. Art is a final tool he discovered to find the meaning of life. Of course, cinema is very much part of the art, youngest art, most powerful art, no doubt about it. Literature, poetry, painting, music, theatre, all are arts. The most powerful, the youngest art is cinema. So definitely, today we always find that cinema has therapeutic value. Not only the art has therapeutic value, definitely cinema has therapeutic value. How often I have found, when you watch a very good cinema, it changes your mind. Till today, man has not discovered any other tool after art to find the meaning of life. But it is true, each one of us use the art, various forms of art, to find the meaning of our lives. Today the music, when you're very, very, very upset, or when you're very tired, when you return from work, hard work, I'm talking about in a city, upper middle class, you want to reach your home quiet, have a nice cup of tea, play some music, sip the tea, listening to the music. It gives such a great solace, as if you find the meaning of your life in that action. Reading books, when you read a great stories, you find meaning of your life. Then you find, what actually art does is, all other science, philosophy, religion was only talking about the external world of man broadly. But art had this capacity to go into the inner world of man. Because we all live in two worlds. One is the external world, other is the inner world. We don't have a tool to see what is happening inside him, what's happening in his inner world. Art has come such a powerful tool to find the inner world of man. What all great writers are doing. All they write is not just incidents, the thought process, why a man is worried, why a man is behaving particular way. So it probes into the inner world. Music does the same thing. Music is such a wonderful thing. Sometimes we can't explain it what music does to a human being. I remember once a great maestro, musician, Ilayaraja said in a meeting talking about M.S. Vishwanathan, he said, of all the arts, for him music is the most important art obviously. He said, of all the arts, music is the only art that has the power to touch the life force of a human being. We do not know what is the life force. But when you listen to a good music, it does something to you. What it does, that something is nothing but touching your life force and traveling. So the art has really goes into the inner world of every human being. So that way the cinema, the most powerful and the youngest art form, does many wonders. Not only acts as a therapeutic at times, it does inexplainable things. Sometimes you would fight with your spouse, would get upset. You go out, you read a book, or you may go to a movie where the movie was about a very loving couple. Suddenly you realize you are so stupid, idiotic, cruel, having fought with your spouse. Having seen that movie, you come home, ask your spouse, okay, let's go out, have a dinner. Your spouse might wonder what the hell has happened to this guy or to this girl, to this woman. What changed him, changed her? What the other person did not know was he has seen a movie in between. So that way the art has such wonderful effect on every human being because it shows the inner world of a man. Otherwise you cannot see the inner world. Why we cry, why we laugh looking at movies, reading good stories, all because of it shows us the inner world of man. So till now art is the ultimate tool to find the answer to the basic question, the meaning of life. So you are all going to use that particular tool if you want to become a filmmaker. So better you really gear up to know everything under the sun.